This video is going to be called "You Do the Math," because I don't think I have the brain power to do it. I mean, I do, but I just want to explain to you what I'm doing right now. Let's pretend that I have a desire not to have this many Skyline pens, and part of that is true. So let's just pretend it's true. Let's say I want to cull these down so that I don't have one of every possible variety. Let's say I just want to have a representation so that anyone looking at the collection of pens that I have, I'll be able to say, these are the 5 pens. Any of these pens could have come in this one color, meaning it could come in any different size, any different cap type, or you know what I mean. I don't have to have this pen, this gray Skyline, in black and red and green and blue and brown, right? Because you know what the red color looks like because you see this one next to it. And the red one will be with this cap, but you'll be able to understand, okay, well, I can understand what the gray one would look like with a gray striped cap. So you'll be able to use your imagination to fill in all of the blanks. So let's just try to figure out how many we think we need for this thing. Let's start with the colors. They came in. I'm using one of the pencils. Let's use a pencil that actually works. I'm just talking about the standard ones. I'm not going to talk about the moire ones. I'm not going to talk about the solid gold ones. I mean, we can talk about those later, but I'm talking about just the plastic ones. So they came in gray, they came in black, gray, brown, red, it's a burgundy color, but we'll call it red, green, blue. Am I forgetting any of them? I don't think so. I'll just say metal up here, just because, and that is divided into various assortments. So we've got, for this example, I need at least 7 different pens. So now let's talk about the kind of cap. The caps are either, this is the color, caps. Caps were either solid, or they had a stripe on them. Come on. Why can't I find one that has a stripe? Well, see, I need one of those. It's like this with a thin stripe. Thin stripe. And they also made them with the thick stripe. The thick stripes went on, however, the pen that had the gold derby. Look like that. So fat stripe. Band, I should be calling these things. Band. Band. Solid, no band. Okay. Right. Am I forgetting anything? They also made solid with one color, but they had little incised lines on them. Is that too fancy? That's kind of a rare pen, so I'll just leave that one off. I'm not talking about the rare ones. I'm not going to mention this one with the chrome top. It's the standard stuff. So solid, fat band, thin band. Then they they made the kinds with the vertical striping, like that. Vertical stripe. Now the striping matched the color of the pen. This one is sort of green, and it went with the green pen. One was blue and went with the blue pen, and one was silver and went gray, went with the black pen, or the gray pen, I presume. Could go with either one. So we have the vertical stripe, and that came in 3 different colors, or 4 different colors. I can't even remember now what I said. But what I'm trying to imply with this little diagram is I could just have one of these caps in my collection of representations, and you have to do the math. You have to imagine this with green stripes on the green pen. You have to imagine this one, right? I only need one of these that has the gold, fancy gold trim. Now, do I want that on a plain one like this, or do I want it on this one? See, this is where the decisions are getting really, really confusing to me right now. So, derby type derby would be plastic or metal. Now the metal ones went on the full metal pens, like this one, or they went on the ones with the wide bands. You would not normally see them. See, this is getting confusing again. You would not normally see them on a plastic pen, but you did. You were able to buy pens like this. This is a solid gold cap, and it would go on a plastic barrel, or solid gold would go on a solid gold one. My brain is hurting. Derby. You have 2 different types there. Luckily, I'm not trying to have one of each of these, because it would be in the millions probably. No, it would be in the, I don't know if there's 100 permutations. We could figure that out in a minute, maybe. For the metal ones, I'm just going to put the metal ones down here. Metal. These, you really, and here's a metal with the vertical stripes. Here's metal with the horizontal stripes. And here's the smooth one, solid gold one. Oh, and there's one more. This one with the chevron pattern. But wait, there's more. So there's 4 different of these, but now we have to deal with the sizes. There are 2 standard sizes. There's the long and the short. Okay, so every one of these things could have come in 2 different sizes. I'm not quite sure about the metal ones. Maybe they didn't come in 2 sizes, but all of the plastic ones came in 2 sizes. Shorter cap, longer cap, shorter barrel, longer barrel. Okay, so we've got those to consider. But wait, there's more. There's also a larger size than the largest one here, called the executive, which I'm not showing you. There's also rarer. Rarest of all, I think, is the size that's thinner and shorter than the short thin one here, which is that this one? See, this is why I need therapy. Now, I've got a smaller one here somewhere. Where did it go? Here it is. Yes. So it's slightly, just slightly smaller. Is that one? Is this one? Oh, for God's sake. Help me, people. Yes. It is the same size as the short one, but it's thinner, narrower. And this is one of the rarest skylines that you can find. I'm telling you. So we've got, essentially, I'm not going to count that weird size because I'm just not going to. Sizes, there were two sizes, two standard sizes. So we've got two sizes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. We have different cap types. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thin band, fat band, solid. Someone help me. Tell me what to do. I think, do I just have to do this by doing it? Let's say this is the one I'm going to use. I'll start with this one, right? It's a gray pen, and it's a large, long one. No band. Okay, so none of the other pens in my examples have to be gray or the large size, because that's taken care of, right? And a plastic cap. So now let's pick a different one. This is a brown one. Now, brown, large size. You know what a gray one will look like with stripes, because you see the brown one, right? You know what the brown one without the stripes would look like, because you see the gray one, so that's fine. So I've got two colors down. Cross them off, check, check, black. So let's do the black with the fat derby. Black. This is also another large one. So far I'm not dealing with any of the black. So I have no band. No band. When I'm done checking them off, then I'll be done. That's all I need, right? Solid. So I've got a plastic derby and I have a metal derby now, right? I've got a stripe. I don't need to have all the stripes. I have a stripe. I have the fat band and I have a thin band. And I've got a no band. And then, but there's that vertical stripe. Well, that's a weird one. So I'm not even going to call that. So here we've got the three. We've got the 3 band types. No band, fat band, 3 cap types. Metal derby, plastic derby. So these are all figured out, right? So now I've got a red, green, and blue. Well, let's take this one. Here's a green barrel with the solid gold cap. So now we've got the green one done, and we've got the metal cap. Metal cap. Green and metal cap. Standard caps came with the horizontal stripes for the most part. What color is this? That's green again. Where's a blue pen for this example? That's black. Here's blue. Is that blue? Blue. Blue with blue. See, I'm duplicating this, but I'm just going to take this off and I'm just going to put this on it. Let's just pretend for a second. I'll fix this later. There we go. So now I've got blue. And so now red. Red is the only one I don't have. And what do I want to deal with that? How do I want to assemble that pen? All of these are big, so let's take a small red one. And these are small. Thank you very much. here's a small red one. So there's a small red one. And there will be some duplication happening, I think, because certain things are being used up faster than other things. So now we've got both sizes covered. We have the red covered. So right now, this should allow you to extrapolate to any possible color combination, any cap. Well, we're not done with the caps yet because we have this cap, that kind of cap, and we also have the other kind of cap. But I think we can start now throwing in the other elements, right? We've got 3 completely different patterns here. We need to have this one. This has to exist by itself because there's no other way to do it. You have to show this one. And I think, I mean, would you be able to imagine that this one exists? Probably, without having to see it. You just say, well, this one could have this on it. And that one. So these are superfluous. This is solid gold though, so that's a weird one. So I think we need to have that one, and we also have to have one of these. Even though there were 4 different ones you could get. All of these are all the full metal ones. 4 different versions. This one is solid gold, these are gold fill. So I think just one of these could represent that. Right? So I've got this one. This is represented here, the vertical stripes. Horizontal stripes are here. You can imagine what that pen would look like if it had horizontal stripes. We've got the... Now, do I need to have a wide-banded striped cap? I don't think I do. But there it is right there. Oh, what happened here? Here it is. That's the one that was missing. Anyway, let's pretend that this would do it. So generally speaking, this assortment of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 would probably allow anyone looking at this that has a brain cell on their head and they could imagine, could come up with all of the possibilities that these pens came in. These pens came in. Now, if you wanted to in fact have an example of every single possible permutation, then you can tell me what that is. I have to put this back. This one goes here. Okay, this one went here. So anyway, at some point it would be nice if I could in fact have the ability to not have all these skylines in my collection and just have a representation. Yes, this was the blue color. This was the red color. You know, this was this pattern cap. I don't know what's to become of me. What is to become of me? Wait. Mathematics and skyline pens. Most people would say there are too many skyline pens, just too many. But they're really great. Trust me, folks. They're great. They're huge. They're great.